shoot with my hand. I shoot with my mind. I do not kill with my gun. I kill with my heart.
That's what I was saying. If they're lucky, the makers of this movie will make as much money as Neymar is going to.
Somehow I doubt it, frankly.
Potentially.
That's a lot of money.
We're talking about Dark Tower because Stephen King has called this his magnum opus, this series of 8 books, fantasy western standoff with the fate of this and other dimensions on the line. So the multiverse has made it to the multiplex as of today. And I haven't seen you for a long time, so good to see you.
Thank you.
And looking forward to hearing this. This is a movie, lots of drama on the screen, but wasn't there a lot, I recall hearing lots of drama off screen in the making of?
Well, you set it up nicely. So, I mean, there's a lot of storytelling that needs to be crammed onto that big screen. Not sure the big screen is big enough. 8 books, you know, much-loved series by Stephen King. A lot of directors have tried to bring the Dark Tower, you know, to the silver screen. J.J. Abrams, Ron Howard. Then Sony thought they figured it out. Danish director of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo and A Royal Affair. But then we started hearing reports of bad test screenings, and then the release date moved. This was supposed to open last January, and then July, and now here in August. So that sets my spidey senses tingling. However, Mr. King himself has given this film his blessing. He says he likes it, so keep that in mind.
But do you end up feeling like they're trying to cram it all in when you watch it?
The first 20 minutes of the film, you feel like they're trying to, like, just, I don't know, it's like 100 pages in 10 minutes, really trying to give you a sense of this very rich world in very little time. And so here, let me give you Mike Cole's notes. Tom Taylor plays Jake. He's a totally forgettable kid who zones out and sees visions of the other world that you're seeing right now. He's picked on in school. His parents want to send him away to a shrink, but it turns out that these visions that he's seeing, well, he's right. There is another world, a series of worlds connected by a dark tower that keeps the demons at bay. But now there's a mysterious man in black, also known as the devil, or Satan, or in this movie, Walter, played by Matthew McConaughey. Let's listen to Walter, who wants to tear the Dark Tower down.
No matter what you do, the tower will fall. Death always wins.
But only one man can keep the forces of Walter at bay. He is the gunslinger, a broken knight of lost lineage. Idris Elba plays the man in black. Well, the other man in black. There's a lot of men in black. I think King was working through kind of a goth phase here. Here is Idris channeling that whisper-speak dialogue that they teach to all great action heroes. Take a look.
For thousands of generations, the gunslingers were knights, sworn to protect us from the coming of the dark.
All right, so crazy psychic boy has the power to see other worlds. Evil man in black wants to capture psychic boy to power his machine to destroy the Dark Tower. Oh, and by the way, on real Earth, there are rat people using skin masks to steal children. Yay, let's go. No.
Okay.
Yeah? No?
It's all in there. but then where does it fall genre-wise? I mean, is it children's fantasy? Is it horror?
It feels like a horror film that's been defanged so that it can actually work as a kid's film. I mean, I get the sense that the original stories were much richer and more complex, but the end result, I mean, what's so frustrating about The Dark Tower is behind the dingy, uninspired filmmaking. I mean, I've seen episodes of Law & Order that looked better than this, and a story that feels as if it was written on the back of a cereal box are the elements of a great adventure. I mean, an outsider shunned by others who travels to a new world to discover new powers, new friends, and fight evil. I mean, this could have been the never-ending story for millennials. The problem are the characters. Like Idris, we've been waiting for him to get the great starring role that he deserves, but this Battle of the Bland with him reciting ponderous dialogue like some Morgan Freeman understudy isn't it. And then you've got Matthew McConaughey prancing around like some rock star in waiting. Can we agree that the McConaissance is over and it's time for him to get back to something called acting? acting. I mean, the best parts are when the kid Jake actually asserts himself and acts as like a reality check to all this magical mumbo jumbo. But the best thing you can say about this Dark Tower is it's short. 2.5 stars out of 5.
Really?
Really.